Hello, this is Elena from Mirrix Looms. This is the first video in a new series of videos we're making on tapestry techniques. Today, we'll be showing you how to do hatching. The first thing you want to understand before trying really any tapestry technique is what a half pass and a pass is. Now, a half pass is when you've gone through under, over your warp threads once. That is a half pass. When you bring them through the other direction, over, under. So on a Mirrix loom, this would be, you would put your shedding device handle in one direction, bring your warp threads through, that would make a half pass. And when you move it and bring it through the other way, that would be a full pass. And a half pass and a half pass, a full pass, equals a line. So what that means is all of your warp threads have been covered once. So you can see in your first half pass, this warp thread, this warp thread, this warp thread are covered. And then when you bring back your other half pass, making a full pass, you've covered this warp thread, and this warp thread. So those two half passes come together to make one full line in tapestry. Now, this is important to understand for basically every tapestry technique, and especially hatching. The concept of hatching is very simple. You use it when you want to bring one weft into the space of another weft. So here we would use it if we want to bring this white weft into the space of this pink weft. Now you can do this using multiple wefts. I'm just going to show you here with two. So the way that we start is we're going to make a half pass with our two different wefts, facing them in opposite directions. So this white weft I have going to the left. So the end of this weft is facing to the left. And this pink weft I have facing to the right. So these two wefts are facing in opposite directions. If you had more wefts going at the same time, you would make sure that each weft was facing in the opposite direction of the weft next to it. So if we had one here, we would have that facing to the right. And if we had one here, we would have that facing to the left. So now that we have done that, we will take one of our wefts and we will move it into the space of the other weft. So we're going to weave this through right here. This white weft, we're going to bring it to the right into the space of our pink weft. Now, at this point, everything is in the correct shed. Now, you might think that the next step would simply to be take our pink weft and move that over to our white weft, but that won't work for several different reasons. The first reason is that by doing that, you'll actually cover up the end of this white weft. The second reason is you won't be in the correct shed if you do that. So here with the white weft, we've actually made a full pass. We had that first half pass and then another half pass. So all through here, this is one full pass. Now with our pink, we have just a half pass over here. So if we weave back through just here, we have a full pass that we've made, and we have a full pass here. But if we weave over this, we're actually going to be in the wrong shed. So what we have to do is we made another full pass to the left, and then we're actually going to come back over again and make a total of 3 half passes. Before we do that, we need to get this weft out of the way. So we're actually going to bring this back over so we don't cover up the end of that weft. And now we're ready to make our third pass. And we're going to be in the correct shed. Now you can tell if you're not in the correct shed if you have a weft going through and then another weft going through on top, and it's covering the same warp thread in the same way. So you want every weft to go, the first one will go under that warp thread, the second one will go over, the third will go under, the fourth will go over. Just like that. If you have two that are stacked on top of each other, you know you have done that incorrectly. So now we can bring the pink weft over and be in the correct shed. So I'll show you that again, just in case that was a little bit confusing. I know it can be difficult to understand this concept if you haven't tried it out and really experimented with it. So we have brought our pink weft over our white weft. And now on this side, we're going to have to make 3 half passes with this weft and 1 half pass with this weft in order to bring the white weft back over the pink. So we'll do our first half pass right here. We'll do our second right here. And now we're going to bring the pink over, only because if we bring it over here right now, we're going to cover up the end of that, and we don't want to do that. And we need to make sure that we're in the correct shed. So we're going to just bring this weft over, and now we are in the correct shed. So you can see that everything is on the same line. And now when you bring your new weft over, you're starting a new half pass and everything is correct. So you can see here that this weft is under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. If this was incorrect, you'd be able to tell because it would be something like under, over, under, under. And that's not correct. So now we can take our white weft and we can weave it right over the pink, just like that. So now we're going to do the same thing one more time. We have the pink here, and we're going to make 3 half passes with the pink and 1 half pass with the white. So here is our first half pass with the pink. There's 1. Now we're going to do our second half pass with the pink. So we're building that up. So we're on the same level as the white. Now we're going to do our 1 half pass with the white. And we're going to do our third half pass with the pink, and then we will be able to move over our white. And you can see the fun design that this can make when you do this. Now, if we're going to do a very simple pattern, we can just continue doing it just like that, using that formula of 3 half passes with the weft that's under and 1 half pass with the weft that's over. So just to show you again, here's 1 half pass with the white, 2 half passes with the white. Now we're going to do 1 half pass with the pink. And then we can bring our white over the pink in the third half pass. Look at that. So that is the basic concept of hatching. Try it at home.